Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter, the master of puppets, again joined by my dad.
Hello.
Evan. Or Evan, as you say in the States. We're sitting still up in Post at my dad's house. And here you can really see how that we're out in the country. I don't ever think I've seen a beer reviewer review a beer with such a background that feels like this.
Yes.
So,
And the wind turbines in the background.
yeah, I don't know if you can see them, but there's like huge windmills or wind turbines in the background. That's like a trademark you find on the country everywhere in Denmark.
Yeah.
Wind power. That's super. But the beer for this review, guys, is another beer from the Lancaster Brewery. It's their Stout. It's their Lancaster Black. It's on 4.6% alcohol by volume, and it's a regular stout. And here on the label on the front it says Gold Award-winning stout for the true connoisseur. And on the back it says Gold medal winner SIBA Award. Classic traditional stout, complex taste with a rich and full body, crisp with a full bouquet of spices, fruit and aromas. Fruit and floral aromas. Black is a stout for the true connoisseur. And the rest of the info is exactly the same info that there's on the back of the other label there.
Yeah.
Where they talk about the city of Lancaster. That's like a touristy information that's on there. Okay, so here we got it. Way bigger head on this one.
Yeah.
What color would you call that head?
Light brown.
Yeah, like a
Brandy color.
yeah,
Yep.
pretty creamy actually.
Yeah.
The color is almost black.
Yeah. It is very black.
I'd say they're not completely black because you can see some reddish notes when you hold it up to the sun there.
But you have the sun directly in it. So,
Yeah, so it's not as dark as an Imperial Stout,
No.
for example, but still looks pretty nice.
pretty nice. Yeah.
Should we check out the aroma?
Mm.
Fairly fruity for a stout. It's not that roasted, you know.
No.
Roasted
But
malt.
much more smell.
Yeah, it's got a bigger aroma than the other one.
Much bigger.
I get a lot. The roast is subtle, but I get a lot of like dark fruity aromas, like dark berries, like maybe a raisiny kind of smell to it.
Mm.
Like the darker berries, I'd say.
Yeah. But you can still smell the hops.
Yeah, you actually get a little bit of a hoppy quality in there, but it smells quite fruity.
Mm.
And there is actually a subtle hint of smoke.
Yeah.
Maybe, just a subtle. Smells really nice for a traditional British stout, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's still fairly muted, but it's got way more aroma to it than the
Way more.
the other one. And that head is very nice.
Mm.
Here in the bag on the tasting note, it says coffee, roasted malt, and smoky in the aroma. I don't really smell much coffee, but
No.
subtle smoke maybe. But should we give it a taste, Dad?
Yeah.
Cheers. That's quite fruity. That's actually pretty nice. This is actually really refreshing. Yeah, I would call this a session stout. I can easily drink a lot of these because it's not as big as full as some stouts, like an Imperial Stout.
You don't have to cut this out of the glass.
No. What would you call the body on it? The mouthfeel?
A little creamy, yeah.
Also a little dry. And then I'd say it's like a medium body on it. It's not light. It's not full bodied and thick and all.
I'm comparing to all stouts, and I would call this a light stout.
Yeah, it is actually a quite light stout because it's not as big as some other stouts out there. It's way lighter. But still, it's got a lot of those fruity esters from the English yeast strains they use. English yeasts are very fruity, and that's why you get that berry-like fruitiness in there.
but the bitterness you get after drinking it
Yeah.
is pretty intense.
Yeah, it's got a lot more bitterness than the amber.
Yeah.
And a lot more flavor to it too. I think the roasted malt is more in the taste than in the aroma.
Yeah, and the coffee I can't smell, get anything out.
No,
of it.
not really.
No.
Me neither. I get that. The most dominant thing in the flavor is like the roasted malt, and then the berry kind of notes, dark fruity notes. But it's really refreshing. I mean, would be a great session stout. And at 4.6% alcohol, you can easily drink a few of these. So, guys, here you got yourself a sessionable stout. That's a pretty solid stout there.
I would compare it to something we drink in Denmark we call half and half.
Oh yeah, you do that in the rest of the world.
Where you take a standard stout and mix it with the ordinary beer and
lager.
Lager beer and that's about the taste.
Yeah, because it's not a lot of the roast. For example, we usually mix the beer called Limfjordsporter with like a lager. That's my dad who showed me that. That was before I heard of half and half, but that's because the Limfjordsporter is very huge on the roast and smoky flavors. It's a really big Baltic porter, and if you're not too big on that, it's way easier drinking half and half. It's kind of like that. Like a pre-mixed half and half.
Yeah, this is something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Rating-wise for me, I think I'm going to give this a 70. I think it's a pretty good British stout. I mean, it's really sessionable, really drinkable. Got a lot of flavor considering it's on 4.6% alcohol. I think it's good.
I'll go a bit higher.
Yeah,
I think.
What grade?
65.
60.
Yeah.
70, you mean?
I said 70. Sorry.
Right, 70, yeah. I said, so 75 from my dad, 70 from me for the Lancaster Black. That's a pretty good English stout, so definitely check that out if you get the chance. I haven't seen it up here. My dad also got this in a present, so well, maybe you can find it in supermarkets. I'm not sure, but
it should be bought in Aarhus in a beer shop down there.
Okay, yeah, okay, so. Well, at least in Britain you can get it. So, yeah guys, let us know what you think.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Let us know what you think of the Lancaster Black if you've had it. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, all this stuff. Check out my new Facebook fan page, The Master of Hobbits Beer Reviews on Facebook. And guys, we're going to say cheers.
Yes, and thank you for being here.
No problem, Dad. Thanks for sharing the beer with me. And guys, we're going to see you in another beer review.